Are you in need of a mechanic to help you with your sit-down jet ski, your stand-up jet ski, and it doesn't matter make or model? Hey, welcome back to the channel, everybody. Welcome back. This is the Oceanside guy. My name is Derek, and today I've got a special episode for you today. I am here local in Vista, California, right here at Pelican Performance. Stay tuned, you guys are in for a treat. So today I'm going to introduce you to the owner of Pelican Performance. Stand by. Hey, so welcome back to the channel, everybody. Welcome back. So today's special episode, I am right here at Pelican Performance, right here in North County, Vista. And I just want to say thank you to Austin for letting me come by today and just kind of interview you and see what your shop is all about. So thank you for inviting me today.
Yeah, happy to have you here.
Great. So I've got my phone here so I don't forget of all of my questions that I want to ask you, because it's interesting kind of how I found you in the first place, if you remember.
Yeah, it was years ago, but that was a bizarre tale to tell.
Yeah, you can't forget that one, because I got to tell you guys, my first jet ski was a GTI 170, and it had 4 hours on it. You remember that? And I was out in the ocean. Long story short, I don't know what happened, but the engine started overheating.
Right, it was yelling at you. It was not happy. It
was screaming, and it was smoking, and I didn't know what to do because I was my first time on that jet ski, my own personal jet ski, and I was freaking out. Anyway, so I probably did the wrong thing, which I did, is I just kept running it. I had no clue what was going on. Smoke starts coming up. I turn off the engine. I'm like, oh no, this is not good. So we let it cool down, started to back up, started to crawl back to the dock, which was a bit of a ways if you know Oceanside Harbor area.
And it was in limp mode, right?
Yes.
So slow.
It was very slow.
It was creepy crawly.
Yes. It took a while. And so we're just like, okay, we're just gonna push it. We're gonna push it, we're gonna push it. I had no radio. All I had was this. I didn't even know who to call, what to say, what to do.
You didn't have a choice. You made the right call.
So thanks a lot for that.
Well,
appreciate it.
Yeah.
Got back to the docks, took the seat covers off, and it's just billowing of smoke, and I'm like, oh my goodness. So anyway, I found you through a friend who recommended that I come over here, and I did. And I remember coming over here and you looking at the ski like, what's happening? So that's kind of like how I found Austin, as I brought my very first jet ski here because I was just freaking out, had no clue what to do, and you were referred to me. Apparently very popular here in North County.
Perfect. That's the best advertising I can get is word of mouth, and people that recommend me it's the best feeling ever to hear somebody call because somebody else had a good experience. So
yeah. It was, I gotta say, like, your work and your attention to detail on that ski was completely, it cleaned up. But fast forward to today, I did turn in that jet ski and I got my brand new 2023 GTX 230. And so again,
upgrade.
Thank you. Big upgrade, huge.
Big upgrade.
So thank you for that.
Of course.
Oh my goodness.
That's how this all started.
Thank you.
That's important.
When or how did you get started in this industry? Did you have a mentor, or was it you just riding the skis all the time? You thought, wow, that was cool. How did you get introduced to, what was it, stand-ups first and then sit-downs, and you just kind of did everything? What's your beginning?
Sure. So if you know anything about jet skis, specifically the two-stroke class stand-ups, they, if you use them or you don't use them, either way, they break almost every time. So if you are interested in continuing to ride these things, you have to either adapt quickly into learning how to fix them or move on to nicer, newer skis. And me being a teenager, right, I was 18 or 19 at the time, I didn't have any way to move into better skis, so we quickly learned how to fix our stuff. We liked riding them, and we ended up progressing through all the brands of antiques to a little newer, and eventually ended up with nicer, newer stand-ups, right? We moved from Cowies to Yamahas, and that was a huge step. There was a salvage yard not far from here that I ended up working for and learning a ton working at. I worked for him for a few years, and in 2019 started my own business. It was important, and it was something that I believed in, I was passionate about, and there's not many dudes that do what I do.
I know.
It was a pretty straightforward choice to move on to my own, and humble beginnings in my garage with a phone number and answering calls, and we've progressed from a few different locations to this, and proud to be in this spot now. It's a few thousand square feet, and it gets the job done. And
so with that said, in this spot, how long have you been here?
I've been here 2.5 years.
2.5 years.
Yeah, in this spot, and couldn't be happier. It's enough space for me, and not too much that I end up collecting and hoarding too many, but it's good enough.
And what I like about what you do here, your professionalism and your work and your attention to detail, is that you are it. Like, you are the guy.
That's it. I'm the guy.
You don't pass. So what I like about Austin here is he doesn't pass jobs off to other people, trying to pass jobs off or trust other people to do what he is good at. It's hard to copycat yourself. I know, like, I'm in business myself, so like that's the number one thing I really like about Austin is like he puts all his work and passion into every single job he does. I know, I've experienced it firsthand, so that's a really good thing. That's a good quality that it's just you here.
Yeah, it makes it much simpler on my end, and I think it provides the customer with a good experience, personal experience, and simple, right? I'm the guy that's going to answer the phone and order the parts and do the job and load it back on your trailer for you. It keeps it simple and straightforward, and I like that I'm the captain of the ship.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. That's a huge positive, guys. Huge positive. The different services that you provide here at Pelican Performance, I mean, you could go through the entire alphabet and give us every single thing, but what are some of the basic needs? Because I know you would do oil changes for skis of all kinds, makes and models. Give me a short rundown, a short list of like the services that you provide.
Sure. So the first and foremost is an annual service. 4-stroke fuel injected stuff is a huge chunk of my business. The oil change, spark plug change, oil filter, that's the basic stuff. These skis typically run so good for so long, but the oil is so important. It's hard to stress that the oil, it's hard to keep it fresh enough, right? It's 30 or 40 hours, especially in the salt use, is about it for an oil change. The other stuff being the sucking stuff up in the jet pump. It's a huge one. Any make and model, we've all done it. I do it, you do it, you've done it. It's all happened. So, and it's basic, it's straightforward, and it's an easy job to keep customers happy, and typically a job like that's same day. Anything related to the sit down 4-stroke guys, I'm happy to do. Cables, jet pumps, annual service. When the skis sit, the fuel pumps go bad. When the fuel goes bad, the fuel injectors get clogged. So big jobs like that I love in the wintertime, when it's slower. This time of year being the summer, I like to be a Jiffy Lube. I like to be in and out same day, keeping people on the river, keeping people at Catalina in and out. Thorough, but there's no point in having the ski live here for days, right? It's a same day turnaround for me. So stand-ups, 2-strokes, carburation is always a problem. There's always dirty fuel in the ski. The skis were sitting for a year. It's time for fuel system cleans. The 2-strokes always need repairs. So there's not much that won't happen on skis like this.
To kind of go with what you just said, piggyback off of you're saying parts. So can people physically come here and order parts from you and take them home and whatever they need, or order their parts and have? Can they come to you and order parts?
Of course. Call or text is super easy to get a hold of me to get any kind of OEM or aftermarket parts. We've got OEM stuff either local here in stock in the shop, or next day most of the time. Any aftermarket brands you can think of, I have dealer accounts with. So you can have me install them. You can install them. You can install them. Whatever.
You all can install them.
You can try, and then text me later. And
professional. What I'm going to do, guys, I'm going to put all his information in the description box below: phone number, email, how you can get a hold of him. It doesn't matter, you know, if you're super close here in Vista, Oceanside, whatever. If you're within driving distance, you want to make the drive, you need a professional to look at your ski. This is the guy to do it. So all that information will be in the description box down below. So this is 2025. What's up for 2026, 2027, 2028? Like, can you kind of shorten that and just give us a, hey, this is my future. What's going on with Pelican Performance?
Sure. The years to come, I hope to remain a specialist in my industry, right? We don't work on dirt bikes, we don't work on quads, side-by-sides, watercraft specialist. So I hope to narrow the field a little bit and focus more on the newer, nicer crafts, both stand-ups and sit-downs, right? They are still making the stand-ups, but we are trying to stay at least on the better side of the curve when it comes to the year range, right? It's hard to say no, but as a one-man band here, I really need to start saying no more and narrowing the field, right? I need to be able to help guys with nice new Sea-Doos. Moving forward, I just try to stay ahead of the curve with the new technology out.
Right.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good to hear. Anyone in business is always trying to stay ahead of the curve and, you know, keep up with that new technology that's coming out, and I trust and know that you do that.
Yeah, we've done. I've done a lot of newer builds with the Sea-Doos as far as all the Riva parts, and it's really nice to see the stages that they have available for these skis. It makes it straightforward for the customers to know what they're getting, and I really have been focusing on that lately with their aftermarket parts. Right? It's I've been getting more phone calls for it, and happy to help whoever needs whatever.
Right.
A lot of customers order it through me. Some customers order it from Riva. Some people get it wherever they get it online and let me install it.
And
it's
they'll
fine.
bring it here.
Yeah,
Nice.
however you want to get it, it's fine. But sometimes it's simpler to have the expert, you know, pick and choose for you.
One thing I wanted to include, which isn't really in my notes here, but because as I'm looking around, you customize, I want to call them jet ski dollies.
Sure. Yeah. So
You customize these. You make them on your own.
Yes. So there's too many terms. Rolling shop stand is the preference.
Okay.
Is the preferred term for
I
me.
don't know.
Yeah, welding and fabrication is something I do all here in house. We got stacks of material in the back and a MIG welder, TIG welder. I also build beach dollies that are made out of aluminum with big, huge off-road tires and ceramic ball bearing hubs.
Nice.
I built custom trailers for different Sea-Doos and stand-ups. I built a few 3-spot trailers for stand-ups. I do all that here in house. It's something I just like to do. I like to be the source as opposed to saying I've got a guy for that. I like to just, you know, I'd like to have it here, and it's one phone call, it's one text message.
Right.
It's all under one roof. So
wow, you can't beat that, guys. I like that, how you said it's all under one roof, and it's all you. A couple other questions. Custom building, you know, you kind of do those things as well too. I mean, you know, we're here in Oceanside, so people are doing toe-ins, they're step-off surfing out here a lot. Also even putting collars around jet skis. Can you kind of touch on that a little bit? Yeah,
so one thing that I'm so proud of this shop location is that we are the closest shop to the Oceanside Harbor, which is, arguably world famous in our tiny niche market, but there's good waves, there's good surf, and there's a community of dudes that use their skis for rescue. We wrap the skis in a hydroturf material on the top deck, makes it super grippy when it's wet, makes it soft, doesn't ding the boards, and it makes it safe for getting on and off. The collars are something we've been getting into lately too. They make the ski infinitely more stable, right? Hard to flip in any sense of the way, any way, shape, or form. Hard to get the ski over with that. It works as a spray guard too, right? The collar's inflatable and so light that once you get up on plane, it's not in the water, but it makes the ski, perfectly dry. Maybe too dry. The collar has been a huge trend lately. We're trying to stay on top of that, and we've got our own kit to put whatever collar on whatever ski. We get them on all of them. So.
Yeah, to interject, I was just recently out on my friend, I was out with my friend PJ, and you installed the collar on his ski. And it's exactly what you said. I got on PJ's ski and I was riding it and I'm trying to do donuts in the water, and not a lot of that water was coming up.
Yeah.
I was kind of dry. And so that was really cool how that whole thing worked, and the flotation of the whole entire ski. So I've experienced it, and I went back to my ski and I was just getting drenched.
Yeah.
So I thought the collar was a pretty cool install.
The fact that it's so light, you don't feel the weight, you don't notice it handle much different, and it's only better at low speed and drier.
Okay, so custom builds. Give me a brief on that.
Yeah, building super jets into full free ride weapons, as well as building aftermarket hulls. We're really focusing on the aftermarket hulls. Richter is available. They're 28 miles from here in stock, and I can have one here later today, which is huge. This is a new part of our industry that we're really excited about, and we need more hulls built and more people interested, and it exponentially grows. So I'm excited to provide that service so close to the spot.
Yeah, exactly. As you guys know, I'm in Oceanside, and it's like a click for me to get here to Austin and Pelican Performance, and anything I need, parts, you name it. You hear all of this wisdom and knowledge coming out of this guy right here. Like, where else would you go? You know, like I said before, if you got to take an hour ride to get here because you want value, you want good service, and this is the place to go. Like, this is just pure honesty right here, because I've experienced it already. All right, guys, so that is it. I hope you guys enjoyed this special interview today. Now we have a face to the man who we've been talking about all the time in a lot of my videos. I'm always mentioning, especially when I'm doing maintenance on my ski, I'm always giving a shout out to Austin here. So now you've got a face to the man. So we're gonna close it out today. Thank you so much for joining in today. You guys have any questions that you wanna ask Austin, put them in the comments down below, and I will read those questions and I will get a hold of Austin and I'll get some answers for you. I will do my absolute best. So any questions you have, you can always reach me on Facebook. You can always find me on Instagram. You can message me directly. That might be easier, so we can kind of converse back and forth. So any questions, start putting them in the comment box down below, or just reach out to me personally and we'll go from there. Austin? Thanks for your time, buddy.
Thanks for being here. I'm happy to have you here, and we got to make sure to maybe do a little merch trade here.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
We have to trade logos.
Oh yeah, we could do a collab.
We could do that. Thank you so much for tuning in, guys. And of course, make today your absolute best day, because tomorrow isn't promised. Until next time, well, I will see you on the water.